Alrighty folks, welcome back. Hope you're doing pretty good. I've got a couple Lamborghinis to look at tonight. So, starting off with this one, it is the LB Works Lamborghini Huracan GT. This one's called RONIN. So this one's pretty cool. They did bring this casting back. Obviously, I think most of us know that by now. And this is I believe this is the second release since they brought the casting back. So we did have the Gravity version that was white and light blue as well. That one's been released for a fair bit now. And now this one is released, the RONIN version. So if you really like this casting, or if you're missed out on a lot of the older ones, I definitely think these are worth picking up. I think I mentioned it in the last video, but when Mini GT announced that they were bringing some of these old Liberty Walk castings back, I was actually kind of annoyed, because there's so many other cars that we need in the lineup, right? There's so many other things they could be doing. I mean, even just with Lamborghini, there's so many other things they could be doing. So I was kind of annoyed at first, and then somebody brought up a good point that I didn't really consider, which is I need to remember that I'm not the only I'm not the only Mini GT collector, right? Just because something comes out that I don't want, or something comes out that I already have a lot of, doesn't mean that other people do, right? So this casting has been around for a really long time. There's a lot that have been made. There's a lot of older ones, but they're very expensive now. And so one thing that I forget is that Mini GT has kind of gotten really popular in the past couple years. Like, there's a lot of newer collectors here. Like, I've been collecting Mini GT since about 2021 or 2022. I think 2022 is when I started collecting. And so it's like, I've been around for a long time. I've been here for a lot of the older releases when they first came out. You know, I haven't been around since the very beginning of Mini GT, but you know, it's like I've been around for a long time. I've had a lot of opportunity to get a lot of these models at fair prices in the past. And so when they re-release a casting like this in new colors, and they're actually doing some really cool colors too. Like, I actually really like this one. So like when they, you know, release stuff like this, I just need to remind myself, like, hey, this is great. This is really great for all the people that were never able to get the old ones. So with that being said, I'm no longer annoyed that they've been bringing back some of these Liberty Walk castings. It's fine. I just hope that they don't flood their entire pre-orders with it, which they have been doing a good job at, like, equaling out all of the JDM and Liberty Walk and aftermarket stuff that they've been doing. So far so good. But anyways, let's jump into the actual review on this one. Actually, you know what? I should actually pull out. I got all my GT3s out because we're also looking at this IMSA one, but maybe I should pull out all the old Huracan GTs as well. Let me do that. Okay, there we are. Got all the past releases. The only one that's not here is that Gravity one that released recently, but yeah, I think this is everything right here. So there's been a fair few of them. A lot of these are very expensive and very rare now. In fact, I think all of them are pretty expensive now. But it's just crazy to me, because back in the day, sorry, going on a tangent, but back in the day, so now even like 4 years ago, some of these were pretty expensive back then, but a lot of them weren't. Like, I'd say the Magic Green and these, like the four on this side, were, I don't know, I don't think I paid more than like 20 or 25 bucks each for these right here. These ones were a little bit more expensive, especially these two in the middle right here, this white and red one, because those are Toys R Us Japan exclusives. But yeah, just crazy how expensive things have gotten. Anyways, so here's pretty much all the releases except for the Gravity one. But yeah, RONIN livery looks pretty cool. Classic Huracan GT, one of Mini GT's most legendary castings in my opinion. Here's all the info on the back, all the licensing and stuff. So there's that. And so just before we jump in and look at it, because something interesting about the color of this car. So you'll notice that the box right here is kind of like a lavender color. It's like a very, very, very light purple. I almost thought that it was gray, but then I kind of realized that it had like a purple hue to it. And I was like, that's kind of interesting. I wonder if the actual model is going to look like that. And I think it does. That does definitely kind of look like a lavender color to me. Shows up pretty close to the same as it does in person as on camera. But yeah, it's a very interesting, like very light purple color. It's really nice, actually. It's a nice metallic, and then, of course, it's got all the graphics and stuff on it, too, so there's a bunch of black and red accents on it, which I actually think is a really cool combo. Like, I think this looks really good. It's got the 63 on the side in white outlining. This does have the old Forgiato wheel design. I wish they would, like, do some different wheels on these. Like, it's got the same wheels as, like, the old ones, so I kind of wish that they would have refreshed that on this casting. That is kind of one of the biggest bummers. I haven't actually looked at photos of this real car, like this actual Ronin version. Because when the Gravity one released, they did not do the right wheels, and I didn't think the Gravity one looked very good personally. I'll try to find some photos of this Ronin one. I'm not sure. I'm assuming this spec exists or existed at one point. I'm curious to see what wheels it had. I doubt it had these Forgiatos, because they kind of moved on from that with this casting. So yeah, but there's the real car. Again, don't know what wheels it has. If they're not accurate, that's kind of a bummer, but at the same time, on this one, with all the black accenting on it, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. But yeah, the red accenting looks really nice, kind of like a jagged pattern, and then the black following it. It looks pretty cool. Got the design on the roof right there. Not a ton of sponsorship logos on this one. It's got a few. So it's got MV Forged. That might be what the wheels are on this one. And then Miliotone. And then there's a couple on the windows right there. Everlasting Ronin V10. www.officialronin.com. Interesting. Might have to go check that out. In fact, that might be where I go to find the photos of this car. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Not like a lot of crazy stuff on the livery. This casting's been around forever. It's still a phenomenal casting. The headlights are always really good on these Huracans. It's got printing in the vents to simulate kind of like a mesh material, which looks really nice. Lamborghini badge is good. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's got red on this like front grille piece, which looks cool. Overall, it is pretty good. The fin going to the back wing. Top of the wing is just black plastic. Then the sides of the wing are done in the body color. And then here's the back. Just standard Huracan taillights. Got the Lamborghini lettering in silver right there. And then Liberty Walk and on a California license plate, which is actually pretty cool. So the black and yellow. So I'm assuming that's a real plate that this car had, or maybe it was just a vanity plate. Could have just been a thing for looks too, but it looks pretty good. Black exhaust tips, metal base, of course. This is a 2011 Huracan. So yeah, pretty good casting overall. Like I said earlier, if you missed out on some of these earlier releases, or you just like these, definitely a good model. Anybody interested, it is a good pickup. I'm going to slide these off to the side, so I have a little bit more room now. And we will get into the Huracan GT3. So this is 2024 IMSA Daytona. Lamborghini Huracan GT3 EVO2 number 45. This is the Dex imaging version, which is pretty cool. I do have one small complaint with this, but I don't think it's Mini GT's fault. I'll get into that here in just a sec once I get it open. And it actually, it happened on the last Huracan GT3 we got to. That one on the far left right there, that purple and green one, had the same issue. But I kind of heard someone talking about it, and I don't think it was Mini GT's fault. I think it was Lamborghini's fault. So let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. And finally, we get tire printing on these Lamborghinis. These are the first two that have ever had tire printing for some reason. This Forte one right here, and now this Dex imaging one. So anyways, the thing I'm talking about is the headlights. So as you'll see, the headlights are just the regular like Huracan colors, just black with the silver, right? Looks good on paper, like looking at the model right here. It does look nice. It looks nice on the Forte one too. Not really any huge complaints with that. The problem I have is that on these two specific cars, the headlights should have been yellow instead of silver, which Mini GT has done stuff like that on their Huracans in the past. So, for example, which one? Well, I mean, even for this casting, they've done some variations. So, this Iron Dames ones, they actually did the LED headlights, which I thought looked amazing. no tire printing, which is stupid, but that's a different topic. And then I think maybe some of these other ones had yellow headlights too. Yeah, these Super GT ones had yellow headlights. So this green one right here and this red one right here, they both had the yellow headlight lines, which looked really cool. So like they've done it before. So the fact that they didn't, and I didn't realize this until I think after, I think even like this presentation version right here had yellow. Yeah, it did. So yeah, they didn't do it for this Forte one. And then they also did not do it for this Dex one. Here, I'll put a real photo up of this one too. Also should have had the yellow. I thought this was a blunder on Mini GT's part, but this information might not be 100% correct, but I did hear from somebody that Lamborghini requested to not have the yellow headlights. They requested to have them just the regular silver color, which is kind of dumb to me because that goes against what the actual race cars have. Like, if anything, I feel like Lamborghini would want them to be accurate, right? But I did hear that this was Lamborghini's fault, so I'm assuming that's why both of these did not have it. So I'm letting that slide, but it does kind of look silly when all these little LED clusters up at the front, like this little light bar right here, and then the two light clusters at the side. It looks kind of silly when those are yellow and then the headlights aren't. But I can live with it. It's not the end of the world. It's just something kind of interesting I wanted to point out. But anyways, getting into this actual model, I guess I'll show you guys the box. I don't remember if I did or not. But yeah, getting into it, very nice model. It's got the Michelin printing on the tires, which is really good. Finally, they started to do it. The wheels are a nice glossy black. And then the whole body of the car is like a, it's not quite like a super matte color. It's more of like a semi-matte. I don't know if I have anything here to compare it to. Maybe this one. Like this is more of a matte black. And then this is just a little bit more glossy than that. So it's kind of like maybe a semi-gloss or a semi-matte. But it looks really good. It's kind of just like a flat black color. And then obviously the Dex imaging on the side, on the roof. So it's got all that. Not like a ton of crazy sponsorships on it. Just the Dex. It's got the carbon fiber around the windows, which looks really cool with the little silver rivets. The mirrors look pretty good. There's a big window gap on this one right there, though. I am noticing that. I thought they were supposed to be fixing this. Maybe that's for the new castings that they're developing. Maybe not the older ones. Yeah, a little bit of window gaps. It's kind of unfortunate. Names of the drivers up on the roof right there. And then it's got some other stuff too. We got a Lamborghini Palm Beach, which is cool. Obviously, like the GTD logos. Relion Red, VP, Michelin, Sonic, Grayson. So yeah, there's a bunch of little sponsorships. Gainbridge up on this little fin right here. Carbon fiber on the top of the wing. Obviously green details because this is just a GTD. It looks pretty good though. Like overall, it does look really good. There's carbon fiber on this whole entire front splitter. The front grills look pretty good. Konica Minolta. Yeah, this is a nice one. It's a little bit simple as far as like livery wise. It's a bit simple compared to a lot of other stuff. Like compared to this one right here, it is pretty simple, but I kind of like the clean look of this one. It's nice to have a little bit of variety in it. I also like the red accents in these little engine vents back here too. Taillights just are the standard Huracan taillights. It's got the number back there. It does have the little silver LED indicator in the center right there. 2 exhaust tips are done in silver. It's got some red accenting. Metal base. Yeah, this one's pretty nice. This one is pretty nice indeed. Nice little like clean racing option for maybe some people that don't like the super busy liveries. Like this Forte one was pretty busy. I really like this one though. Again, it is a shame about the yellow headlights, but I guess it is something I can live with. Like these were actually pretty well done models. Like this one even had carbon fiber in the back. Does the Dex one? I don't think it did. No, see, that's another like weird inconsistency too, is like this Forte one, which had a lot more going on, like carbon fiber on those rear vents, around the windows. They got it on the front splitter, plus like some extra logos. Like they seem to have put a lot of effort into this one. They even did carbon fiber on these top vents above the wheels, but they did it in the back. But then like this one has a lot less going on, a lot less work, and this one doesn't have the carbon fiber in that back panel. It's kind of weird. It does have the carbon on the bottom of the wing. I think they both have that. Yeah, they both have that. Oh, this one does have carbon fiber in those wheel vents. So I guess the only place it didn't have it was this back portion, but still, why? I don't get why that's missing there. This one was probably cheaper to produce because of the just a lot simpler livery, but I don't know. I don't know enough about manufacturing to really understand that, but I don't know. I just feel like a little bit better consistency there would be nice, but not a big deal either way. They're very nice models. So yeah, here's these two for today. I actually quite like both of them. They are pretty nice. So you guys will have to let me know what you think as well. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.